Welcome guys, this video tutorial is about how to hide playbar in Captivate slide and making sure that it reappears once you click on all the buttons that are seen on the screen. In this case, these buttons also present some content. You will learn how to do that too in the tutorial. So let's do a preview whether the show playbar action works. Here you go. Once you have clicked on all the four, you can see the playbar right here. So if this is what you're looking for, then continue with the video. Let's do this step by step. The first and foremost step is to hide the playbar. Then you think about showing the playbar once the buttons are clicked. How do you hide a playbar on the slide? You select your slide under the film strip. You select the slide which needs to hide its playbar. Once you've selected the slide, jump to the properties. Within the properties, select the actions menu. On enter, edit it from whatever it is been predefined. Click on the drop down. All the way down, select an option called hide playbar. Now Captivate understands that when your project is running and when it reaches this slide, the playbar is hidden. This is your first step. Once you are done with this, you've got 3 more steps which make the Captivate show the playbar back once all the conditions are satisfied. Alright, we got to complete 3 main steps to get this done. The first one is to create variables, then create advanced actions using those variables, and finally assign those advanced actions to the respective buttons. So the objective is to click on all the 4 buttons so that the playbar appears. I also have some content over here. I want them to appear as I click each button. So let's get started. The first one is to create variables. How do you do that? In the menu bar, click on project. I'm sure this is the same for Windows as well as iOS. Click on variables. Okay, I've got 4 buttons, so I would be creating 4 variables. Make sure the type is in user. Click on add new. Assign a meaningful name. The content written on the button is open API. So let's give a prefix of v representing variable, then open. I think this should suffice. And a value equal to 0. And you're done. Description is optional. You can give it or not, doesn't matter. Click on save. There you go. Your first variable is created. We need 3 more. Let's keep going. Click on add new again. Prefix of v. Let's name it partner. Guys, please note that the names I'm giving over here do not have any technical meaning to them. It is only for your reference. But it is a very good idea to follow naming convention throughout your project. It makes things very simple later. Assign a value of 0. Save. You got your second one. 2 more to go. Let's name this internal value 0. Last composite value 0. Okay, you've got your 4 variables. Once you're done, close the variable dialog box. The second step now is to create advanced actions, the important part. Okay guys, don't be overwhelmed with this. It is a single script, a short one, and it is the same whether you have 2 buttons to work around or you need to assign 10 to 15 buttons to show the playbar or any other actions. The script is exactly the same. So even if you don't understand this, just take a screenshot, you're good to go. First, I create a new action for this button number 1. So in total, I have to create 4 different actions for 4 buttons. Yes. So we go with the first button action. Let's name it, let's give slide number, slide 3 underscore open. So this is going to be assigned to button number 1 in future. Now you need a conditional tab. You need an if else conditional statements to make this work. Check this conditional tab where it says that this is going to be an if else. Once you're done this, make sure that your perform actions is selected to if all conditions are true. This is default, so leave it like that. This is what we need. Now double click on the first row and you would see three different fields to be filled up with. The first one is variable. Now remember, we are working for this guy, the first one. So for this, we need to assign all the rest of the three buttons to be if greater than 0. Let me tell you that again. We need to assign all the other three buttons to be greater than 0. Let me show you that. So first thing, click on the drop down, select variable. Yes, search for the variables that you created. First, I'm going to search for partner. Okay, this is my variable. I want greater than. Yes, here it is greater than. Here I need literal, not variable, literal. My value is 0. Okay, make sure you have a green tick here. Now I need to do this for two more variables. I'll tell you what happens to the fourth variable. Hang on with me. I can just copy, paste and edit this. Select your row, copy, select the next row, paste, select the last one, paste again. Okay, I just need to change the variable names over here. So variable partner is done. I need variable internal is greater than 0. Perfect. I need variable composite. Great. We have given if condition where if all these three variables are greater than 0, what needs to happen? Here is the action table. Let's see the actions over here. You utilize your fourth variable over here. Double click and in the drop down, search an action called increment. Increment what? Increment the fourth variable. That is the variable which is not here in the table. Which one is not there? The first one. Open. Hang on with me. You will get this logic very quickly. Increment variable open by 1. That's your action. You need one more action. The reason you are watching this video is to show the play bar. Double click, search for an action called show play bar. Here it is, show play bar. So these two actions need to happen. If all these conditions are true, these two must happen. Then you've got an else at the end. Go back to if, select your action where you increment your variable by 1, copy the action, go back to else, select your first row and paste. Done. So this is your entire script. You've created 4 variables. You assign the 3 variables in the if condition where it says to be greater than 0. You increment the 4 condition. Now you can match with the names, although the application does not exactly correspond the names over here. It's for your understanding. 3 variables greater than 0, then increment the 4th variable by 1 and show play bar. Else condition, copy paste the increment action. In my case, I need the action to be a little bit more than this content. When I click this button, I also want the box containing this content to be shown. What do I do for that? I create, okay, you have 3 sheets like your spreadsheet over here. So in the first sheet you have created this. So let's just jump to the second one and let me just tell it to show. I have named all these 4 boxes. This is where it comes in handy. Slide 3, open. Your action is ready. Click Save as Action. Script saved successfully. This means that there are no errors on your script. Give OK. Great. You have done good with your first button. You can assign this advanced action to your first button. Let's not do that right now. That's our last step. We need to create 3 more actions similar to this, but it's not going to take the same amount of time because Captivate gives you the option to duplicate this. You can duplicate your advanced action by clicking on this icon. Yeah, you've got duplicate of slide 3 open. Let's rename that. Let's rename it to slide 3. Now it's the second button, partner. Let's name it that. Now what needs to be changed in the if action and else tables? Not much. Change your partner variable with the open, with this guy, the variable with open, and change your open variable with partner. Copy this. This action is going to remain the same. Show playbar. Copy. Go to else. Paste. Oh, it did not copy. Let me do that again. Copy and paste. Yeah. And in my second sheet, I want it to show the second box. Great. Update action. Script update is successful. You've got 2 actions ready to be assigned to the first 2 buttons. Let's do the third one. Duplicate again. Rename. Let's name it according to the third button, internal. Cool. Now what do you do with the script? You replace internal with partner, the previous variable which you incremented by 1. Partner right here, and internal becomes your 4th variable that needs to be incremented by 1. Hope you are getting the hold of this. Copy this, paste it in your else condition. Go to your second sheet. Here I want the content that is internal box to show. You don't need to focus on these guys. I just wanted to do this. If you want to show some content while you're clicking on the buttons. Okay, your script's ready. Update action. Script update is successful. Perfect. Now it's the last button. So you've got create the last action. Duplicate this again. Rename to composite. Now you replace composite with internal. These are just names, guys. You can name it anything that you want. Captivate only recognizes that there are 4 variables on the slide and it's going to work with 4 variables. You are gonna make the changes over here. You have put internal here. Now let's increment the variable which is not here, and that's composite. Increment it by 1. Copy the action, take it to your else condition, paste it here. Composite, perfect. And I also wanted to show the last box. I should have named it composite. Perfect. Perfect. Update the action. Update is successful. So you've got all 4 advanced actions ready. You are 95% done. The last step is to assign those advanced actions to your buttons. Close this up, close the advanced actions dialog box. You're done. Click on the shape, click on your button. Under the properties section, click on actions. On success, what do you want it to do? You do not want it to continue. You want it to execute advanced actions. That's right there under the drop-down list. Select execute advanced actions. Which advanced action? Select your script. Now we are going to assign the script called slide 3 open to open button. So where is it? Slide 3 open. Assigned. Do the same for the rest of the buttons. Go to partner APIs button. Under actions, on success, you want it to execute advanced actions. What's the script? Slide 3 partner. This is where the naming, the nomenclature matters. You assigned it. Third one, actions, execute advanced action. Slide 3, internal. Last but not the least, advanced action. Oh, it's selected already. Slide 3, composite. So you have selected, assigned the actions to the buttons. You should be good to go. Cool. Let's save this before we preview. Let's preview this from the previous slide. So we know the playbar, the show height playbar thing works. Click on preview drop down from this slide. That works. Okay, the validation time. So let's click play. Okay, this is the slide before the one that we worked on. So once I click play, the playbar should disappear.
Click the types of
which it
APIs
does.
to know more about them.
Sorry about that. Some voiceover I created. Okay, the 4 buttons, once clicked, we should be seeing the playbar as well as the content. Last one. Here you go. Playbar appears. Now you can navigate
Click
back
the
and
types
forth.
of APIs.
Testing again. So that's it. Hope this works out for you. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. You can be 100% sure that I will be responding with them as best as I could. And if you want to learn more about Captivate voiceovers, doing bigger things with simpler advanced actions, do subscribe and give me a like if you think I have done something here. Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye.